Hey guys, welcome to the Trash Picture Show. I was tagged by the Deadly Dames in the Movie Freaks Nightmare on Elm Street tag, and there's 8 really cool questions which I'm going to answer, and if you guys are watching at home, I suggest you participate. So the first question, which is your favourite and least favourite movie in the franchise? My favourite would definitely be Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors, for numerous reasons. First off, it's an awesome cast. You have Heather Langenkamp obviously returning. You have Patricia Arquette, Lawrence Fishburne, John Saxon, really cool cast. There's some cool kind of setups and deaths where Freddy turns into the telly and puts the chick through the screen, or he turns the guy into the marionette. That's really creepy. Some of the kind of incarnations of Freddy are creepy as well. You have the giant worm Freddy in the Hall of Mirrors, or you have where he comes back as a skeleton and kills Nancy's dad. That's my favourite movie in the franchise. My least favourite movie in the franchise would be Freddy is Dead. I can't stand that movie. Just, they really camped it up too much. They had the likes of fucking Roseanne and Tom Arnold turning up. They had Alice Cooper as Freddy's father, and they tried to give kind of a really kind of dark background to it, but then juxtaposed onto a really silly, campy kind of setup. So that didn't work for me. That movie did not work for me. So Freddy's Dead is my least favourite, and Dream Warriors Part 3 is my favourite. Next question, which movie had the best Freddy? I think 3 did. He was skirting into kind of a comedic kind of boogeyman, but he hadn't gone too far yet. So I think 3 had the best Freddy. I also think the Freddy and Freddy vs. Jason was pretty intimidating and pretty scary. He was very demonic. That and Wes Craven's New Nightmare. So I think I'm actually going to go with, out of all of them, Wes Craven's New Nightmare, because there is just something more demonic and primal about Freddy in Wes Craven's New Nightmare. So I think Robert Englund's performance in that movie just really sold that this is a vicious, dangerous boogeyman, that this isn't some comedic kind of slapstick baddie. He's a maniacal, demonic force, and that, for me, I think is the best performance of Freddy in Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Next question, question 4. Question 3. I skipped one. Question 3. Did you like the sense of humour as the series progressed? As I said earlier on, I think after 3, it got very cartoonish, and by the time it reached Freddy is Dead, it just had turned into a parody upon itself. Freddy was killing people with video games. Freddy was turning into comic book heroes, killing people. I just thought it was just stupid. Like, I think, is it Freddy's Dead, where he enters a commercial with Johnny Depp, with this is your brain on drugs, and ends up fucking hitting Johnny Depp on the head with a frying pan. I just thought it was a real kind of downward spiral for what could essentially be one of the greatest movie boogeymen out there. So I think the sense of humour really did handicap the series as it went on after 3. Question 4. What are some of your favourite kills in the franchise? There's obviously the classic one in the first Nightmare on Elm Street, where Johnny Depp's character is pulled into the bed and then fucking blended and shot onto the ceiling. But the other kills I did like. I think my favourite kill would actually be John Saxon's death, where the skeleton stabs him. I really enjoyed that. I think he stabs him or he pushes him onto something and he gets impaled. But just the idea of a kind of stop motion skeletal Freddy Krueger was very cool. I liked that idea, and it was a cool concept. I think that was one of my favourite kills. That, or the original, the classic Johnny Depp getting blended in the bed. Question 5. Robert Englund is irreplaceable, but if you could replace him, who would you cast? I'm going to go with William Dafoe, because that fucker is scary even without the Freddy makeup. And he has this kind of maniacal, kind of evil jester kind of persona about him. Hence why he was cast as Green Goblin. I think he would be able to skirt the line between comedic but also very, very sinister and very malicious. So I'm definitely going to go with William Dafoe to replace Robert Englund. If someone wants to do that, I think you should do that. So question 6. Was Freddy vs. Jason worth the wait, and what did you think of it, and how would you change it? I actually enjoyed Freddy vs. Jason. I thought it was a very good representation of both Freddy and Jason Voorhees. I think Englund done an awesome performance, and I think his Ken Kazar was really menacing as Jason Voorhees. The kind of the cannon fodder, the victims per se. There was some good. Catherine Isabel, who's fucking awesome. You could put her in some fucking sci-fi movie piece of shit, and she'd still kick ass in it. And there was a couple other kind of character actors in it, but by and large, I think the weak point of that movie was the teenage cast. I would have cast some characters who are a bit better at acting and a bit more likable. I think the thing with the movie was in most slasher movies you're supposed to give a shit about who gets killed, but in this one it was all about the kind of throwdown between Freddy and Jason. So I think it gets away in that you don't have to give a shit about the human characters. You're just waiting for Freddy and Jason to duke it out at the end. So next question is favorite final girl. I think I will definitely go with Patricia Arquette in Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. I love that fucking movie. Because she has so much pathos and you feel so sorry for Nancy in the first one. Heather Langenkamp's character in the first one, she was a bit bitchy and a bit snipey for my liking. I wasn't a fan of her, but there was a vulnerability about Patricia Arquette's character that really made me like her and give a shit that she survives to the end of the movie. So I'm definitely going to go with Patricia Arquette's character in Dream Warriors. And number 8, what are your favourite sequels? Well, obviously Part 3 is my favourite, and Wes Craven's Nightmare, that would be also one of my favourites. I love that. I think that when the comedy took over, it really sullied the kind of the mystique and the menace of Freddy. I think that Freddy, you can skirt the line, but if you push it too much, it goes into parody, and that's what happened with the latter movies. Nightmare on Elm Street 2, I've never been fond of. There are sequences I like with the dogs, the demonic dogs, but some of it's just a bit bizarre with the fucking, there's some kind of homoerotic subtext going through the movie. I'm like, what's the fucking point of this? Like the bit in his shower room, or it's just, what the hell? Or your man breaking into Son. I just thought Part 2 was shit. So my favourite sequels would be definitely Part 3 and Wes Craven's New Nightmare. So that's been my answers to Movie Freaks Nightmare on Elm Street tag. Just want to thank the Deadly Dames again for tagging me in this. They have an awesome channel, check it out, I'll link it below. And I am going to tag in this Rustin Willpower, Bearded Slasher, and Lisa Loves. And yeah, my name's Martin, this has been the Trash Picture Show. Have a good one, take care, bye now.